What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Game Freak. The last couple days, Evercade has dropped two more carts. Uh, they didn't really showcase them. They put a video out, but I think one of them was leaked. I don't know if the other one, the first one, was actually scheduled or not, but it just didn't seem like a normal showcase to me, anyway. And the first one that they revealed was the Toaplan Arcade 4 collection. Blaze specifically said that there was only two arcade carts that were going to drop this year. So I'm wondering if another cart got delayed or something. So they just threw this in the mix. I'm going to go over every game that is on this Toaplan Arcade 4. I'm going to show you some gameplay. I do have every game that is on this cart on my game stick, so I can show you exactly what they look like when you play them. Now, remember, this is my opinion on the games. If you happen to like some of these games that I don't like, it's okay, man. I'm not going to sit here and bash anything about this. I will tell you right now, this one is still, even though it's not my favorite, it's still way better than this Data East 2 arcade that's coming out. I will say that. And then there was another cart that dropped, and unfortunately, I do not have either of these games. This is a dual cart, and this cart looks pretty damn awesome. It is, let me read the names here. I've never played either of these games. They look really cool, though. I watched some gameplay on them, and that is Metal Dragon and Life on Mars. And I believe both of these games are, they look like 16-bit games. They look like something that was almost like an independent game made for like the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, one of the two. That's just what they look like to me. If you know for sure, let me know in the comments section. But I did get to play all 6 games that are on this Toaplan 4. So let's dive into this and let me show you some gameplay. So the first game on the cart, I don't even know how to pronounce. I don't know if it's Doggyun or Dodgyun. Not real sure. This is a flying shooter, though. I do like making videos like this because it kind of gives people a heads up before the cart's released if they want to spend the money on it or not. But this was a really cool flying shooter. It kind of reminds me of Batsugan in a way. Just expect to die and continue quite a bit because it is a tough game, but really cool, man. Really cool game. It has good visuals, good controls. I dug it. I think a lot of people will, especially if you're into flying shoot 'em ups. Next, we have Grindstormer. Now, this is another flying shoot 'em up with some pretty good visuals, really good controls. This is another game that you're probably going to have to continue quite often because it does start to get pretty tough and you get a hail of bullets thrown at you, kind of like Giggling. But this is another game, if I had to describe this one, it's kind of a combination of Giggling and Batsugan. So, both great games. I had a lot of fun playing this one, but like I said, it does get tough. If you like flying shoot 'em ups, this is another one that I think you'll really enjoy. The next game on the cart is called Knuckle Bash. The best way to describe this game is, well, take pro wrestling and combine that with a arcade beat 'em up. And I love arcade beat 'em ups, but this isn't like most arcade beat 'em ups. This, I guess you can compare it to Final Fight in a way, but you only have one button to attack. You don't have a separate punch and kick button. You just hit that attack button. Sometimes you kick, sometimes you punch, and then you also have a jump button, but you just pretty much go and beat the hell out of people. Sometimes you do some wrestling moves on them, which is kind of cool, but this isn't too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a banger or anything, but it's a decent beat 'em up. Next on the cart, we have Snow Bros 2. And everyone that knows me knows that I'm not a fan of single board platformers, but I do know that there is a cult following for Snow Bros. So if you enjoy the first Snow Bros, then you're gonna love this one too. This isn't a horrible game. Like I said, it's just not my style of game. But if you do like Snow Bros, you're really gonna love this game. I mean, it's really not much different than the first Snow Bros. So there you go. The fifth game on the cart is another title that I don't know really how to pronounce. I don't know if it's Pippies and BBs. I'm not real sure. To me personally, I think this is the weakest link on the cart. I guess if you're an elevator action fan, this is a game that you'll probably really enjoy. I didn't hate this game or anything. I just thought it was kind of boring. Again, it's a single board platformer and it's just not my style. I think a lot of people will like this game though. I'm kind of weird when it comes to video games. I'm just not into games like this, but I can see quite a few people actually liking this. And the last game on the cart is Sky Shark. Now, strangely, this is a console edition. Usually when it comes to anything console edition on arcade carts, it's when you combine two carts together, like the Toaplan 1 and 2, and you get a console edition of one of those games. But they decided to throw a console edition on an arcade cart, which I think kind of defeats the purpose. Now this game, it's not bad, but it's not really that great either. It's probably the worst flying shoot 'em up on this cart, but definitely not one of my favorites. Okay, so, not my favorite of the Toaplan carts, but, it definitely doesn't compare to the Toaplan 3 that's coming out here pretty soon. But it's not an awful cart, like to say the least. I mean, I think the first two games on there are the standout games. I don't even know how to pronounce it, like Doggy or Doggy Style, whatever. And Grindstormer are the two games that really stuck out. I'm not into like single board platformers like Snow Bros. I know a lot of people are, so a lot of people will be happy with this cart. And like what is it, Pippi and BBs? It kind of reminded me of like an elevator action. Again, single player or single board platformer that I'm just not into, but again, I think a lot of people will enjoy both of those games because I know Snow Bros has a really big following. A lot of people love that game. So, all in all, this is probably going to be a great cart. And then the Sky Shark, and this is a console version. In fact, the version that I found that looks remotely close to the picture that Evercade has up and the gameplay that they have in their little showcase video, it looked like a game that was on the Nintendo. So that's the version that I played in this video. Cool game, but very hard. You have to kind of get used to it. Toa-playing games have that. I don't know. They have this habit where like bullets just come at you like super fast and you can't really see them. So yeah, I kind of had to get used to that. But this Grindstormer and Doggy-oon or whatever the hell, however the hell you say it, really cool shoot 'em up. So I think those two games alone make this cart worth it. Should be a pretty cool cart. I like I said, a lot of people love these single board platformers. So I do think that this cart is gonna, generate some sales. I think it's a good cart overall. And that other cart, that dual cart, I think looks pretty amazing. I wish I had those games. Um, I'm just gonna have to go out on a whim, and when that comes out, I'm definitely gonna get that one as well. Both of them look like my style of game. One of them is like a side-scrolling platformer. The other one is the Metal Dragon. Kind of reminds me of like an Akari Warriors or Commando. So I can dig games like that. I do love games like that. So that's going to be a definite cart. And I am going to get this Toaplan 4. The only arcade cart that I'm probably not going to get, well, I shouldn't even say probably not. The arcade cart I'm not going to get is the Data East 2. Unfortunately, that looks like a complete dog shit. But again, some people really may like it. I did make a video on that where I played all the games, and I made another video saying I think people are going to be really disappointed because I think a lot of them sales on that cart in particular is going to be just because it's Data East. Man, I love Data East, but that cart is just not good in my opinion. But remember, this is my opinion. So you may love it. Who knows? We'll see when that cart comes out. I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions on that cart when people get it. So really cool though. Toaplan 4, that kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. And this dual cart, I'm glad that they're making another dual cart because I like the dual carts because usually you get good quality games on those. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. What you think of these carts? Are you going to get them? Are you going to pass? What do you think they look like? Do you think they look pretty cool or what? Um, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.